last year, for the first time, I appeared in a film. It was a Warner Brothers film entitled Oh God, and it was a great experience. The part of God was played by George Burns. Now, the idea of the movie is that God was very upset with the way things are going on in the world, and he comes to Earth and chooses a young supermarket manager to go tell the world that it better straighten up before it's too late. Well, we made the movie, and it did very well, and we were all very pleased about that, and then kind of went on to other things. And I never really thought much more about it until we started putting tonight's show together, John Denver and the Ladies. And the thought occurred to me, why is it that we always think of God as a man, as an older man at that? What if God were a woman? What if God were a young, attractive woman? Well, we would like to recreate the scene where God first appears to me. Now, I've already spoken to God on the radio in my car, but this is the first time that I actually see her.
John. John.
Oh, God.
That's right.
Is that you?
In person.
You're not on my radio?
Have you got a radio in here?
No.
Bingo.
You mean you're God? And you're right here in my bathroom?
Come on out and take a look.
Well, I can't. I'm naked.
You think I don't know what you got? It was one of my biggest goofs. Shame. People shouldn't be ashamed of their bodies. It's their minds that are the problem. Not what you expected, huh? Well, I picked a look you could relate to. For someone else, I would have looked different. You know, I can do any face or voice, whatever. I can even be a man. But then for God to be a man would be stretching credibility a bit too far, don't you think? Are you feeling faint? You know what's good for that? Shaving.
Shaving?
Sure. Sometimes when you don't feel normal, doing a normal thing makes you feel normal. Here. Start shaving. Go ahead. No, John, not with the shaving. With all the questions that are popping into your head.
Oh. Well, if you wanted to see me, why didn't you just appear over my bed?
Hollywood. Next question, please.
People are always praying to you. Do you listen?
I can't help hearing. I don't always listen.
Then you don't care?
Oh, I care. I care plenty. But, what can I do?
What can you do? But you're God.
Only for the big picture. I don't get into details.
Then whatever happens to us...
Happens. Here. I put in a new blade.
You mean that there's no plan? There's no scheme that guides our destinies?
A lot of it is luck.
Luck? Just luck?
Yep.
Oh.
Listen, put a little toilet paper on that. I'll get you things.
You don't control our lives?
John, I gave you the world and everything in it. The rest is up to you.
But we need help.
That's why I gave you each other. Here.
Oh.
Yeah, now tear off a corner.
Yeah.
And fold it up in a nice little wad.
With your power, you could solve...
Hey, don't wet it.
Sure?
Am I sure? Did I do a good job on the Grand Canyon?
Why don't you solve all our problems? We'll work a few miracles.
Look, I don't do miracles. They're much too flashy.
No miracles, huh?
Well, okay. I'll confess. Once in a while, just to keep my hand in, I've done a few. I mean, I guess the last one would be 1969 Mets. Before that, I guess you'd have to go back to the Red Sea. And that was a beauty.
Look, no offense. I don't believe the Red Sea. I don't believe 6 days to create the earth.
Right.
I'm right?
Yes. To tell the truth, John, I thought about it for 5 days and did it all in one. I really invested the pressure.
1 day to create the whole world?
And the sun. I don't like to work in the dark.
Yeah, well, if you're so involved, how can you permit all of the suffering that goes on in the world?
Hold it. I do not permit the suffering. You do. Now, you can either cherish and nurture each other, or you can kill each other. The choice is yours.
Well, what do we do, for God's sake? Excuse me.
Quite honest. And it's not for my sake. For your sake. You have got to make it work.
You don't care?
I do. I do care.
Well, then you do something about it.
I did. I got you to carry the ball.
I got no ball. I mean, how can I carry it?
You got television, haven't you? Huh? Okay. So tell the people how I feel and what I said.
Sure. And how do I convince people that I've really seen you, that you actually exist?
Just a second. I know it's in here somewhere. Here, Sean. Give him this.